After a year-long NCAA investigation, UNC President Kay Norton announced 9 allegations of misconduct against former men's basketball coaches at UNC. The allegations against the coaches included academic misconduct, improper financial inducements, and ethical violations involving not being truthful during the investigation. 8 of the 9 allegations are Level 1 violations, the most serious type. The other allegation is a Level 2 violation. Norton sent out an email to the entire campus Monday afternoon describing the allegations from the NCAA investigation. A 21-page document given to the university clearly identified 3 areas in which UNC's men's basketball program is alleged to have broken the rules. The first of the 3 areas was academic misconduct. Former UNC head coach B.J. Hill, former assistant coaches Ryan Martin, Sean Ellis, Logan Bean, and former graduate assistant Anthony Urisha were all accused of academic misconduct. The NCAA alleges each of the coaches completed academic work for prospective student athletes, which subsequently led them to enroll, practice, and compete ineligibly at UNC. The second of the 3 categories was improper financial inducements. The investigation alleges Hill, Bean, and former assistant coach Joel Davidson all knowingly supplied at least $7,000 in impermissible aid to pay for course fees and recruitment expenses. None of the money paid for courses at UNC. Finally, the report accused Martin and former assistant coach Eric Murphy of ethical violations by not being truthful during the investigation. The report accused Davidson of being uncooperative with the investigation by refusing to submit an interview or provide relevant information needed for the NCAA investigation. President Norton said the university accepted the allegations in the notice and immediately self-imposed several punishments. These punishments include a postseason ban for the current basketball season, a financial penalty of $5,000 plus 2% of the program's budget, a reduction of a total of 3 financial aid awards provided to the athletes until the 2018-2019 academic year, plus recruiting restrictions until the 2018-2019 academic year. The recruiting restrictions include 4 fewer official visits, 8 weeks prohibition on unofficial visits, a total of 7 weeks prohibition on recruiting communications, and a 20-day reduction in off-campus recruiting activities. Norton stated that these penalties are a result of the former coaches of the program and not what the university has done through its academics. She also said because the university fully cooperated with the NCAA and imposed these bans immediately when officials learned of the violations, the program can heal properly under new head coach Jeff Linder. In spite of the seriousness of the allegations, the NCAA complimented UNC for exemplary cooperation through the investigation and said the university's cooperation should serve as a model of institutional cooperation.
Early in Saturday's women's basketball game, you would have thought there was no chance Savannah Smith would score 24 points before it was all over. But that's exactly what happened in the Bears' 68-62 win over Eastern Washington. Early in the first quarter, Smith collided with teammate Savannah Scott when both went for a rebound. They laid on the court for a couple of minutes and eventually went to the locker room, but they both came back at the end of the quarter, and Smith played the rest of the game with a swollen right eye. Oh, about the game, it went back and forth with the score tied at 34 at the half and tied at 44 going into the fourth. But UNC outscored the Eagles 24-18 in the final quarter, and Smith, well, swollen eye and all, she had 14 of the 24. Violet Capri-Moreau led Eastern Washington with 24 points. The win notched a milestone. It marked Northern Colorado's 600th in program history and pushed the Bears' record to 14-6 on the season. The team hits the road this week. When you honor your only graduating senior, you have to win, right? Of course, and that's exactly what the UNC hockey team did Friday, beating MSU Denver 6-2 at the Greeley Ice House. The Bears honored forward Alex Couples in a pregame ceremony, presenting him with a plaque and hanging his jersey on the bench. As for the game, Northern Colorado got goals from 5 different players for the second time in as many home games. UNC led 2-1 after the first period and scored twice in the third to lead 4-1 after 2. No hat trick this time, but Truman Gonzalez did score 2 goals. The Bears are headed to the playoffs again this year after claiming their second consecutive conference title. But before that, they have 1 regular season game remaining as they take on Air Force at 8:15 Friday. The first game out of the All-Star break, and it was a thriller. The Colorado Avalanche traveled to Vancouver Tuesday to take on the Canucks. After the first period, things looked grim for the Avs, down 2-0. But the Avs held the Canucks scoreless in the second and scored 3 of their own. 2 minutes into the third, the Canucks scored on a power play to send the game into overtime. And just a minute into OT, Vancouver's Sven Baertschi sealed the 4-3 victory. Following their 10-game win streak, the Avs dropped their last 3. They look to turn things around tonight at 7 p.m. in Houston without star center Nathan MacKinnon, who is out 2 to 4 weeks with an upper body injury. Only 2 teams remain, and it's finally time for one of the biggest sporting events of the year. Whether you're watching for Justin Timberlake's halftime performance or to see who takes home the Lombardi Trophy, Super Bowl 52 promises not to disappoint. The New England Patriots hope to bring home Tom Brady and Bill Belichick's 6th ring. The Philadelphia Eagles look to soar home with their first Lombardi Trophy.
And Sports Illustrated predicts the Pats to win 27-19. The Madden game, which has correctly predicted 10 of the last 14 big games, sees the Patriots by just 4 points. According to our Twitter poll, 60% of our followers picked the Eagles. But I don't know if that's a prediction so much as a hope. What do you think, Brittany? Do you think the Patriots will be able to pull through?
I think that if the Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles, who showed up against Minnesota, show up on Sunday, that they have a chance to take down Brady and Belichick. You can catch all the action Sunday at 4:30 on NBC and catch the highlights right here next week.
And that is our show for tonight. Be sure to stay up to date on our Twitter and Instagram pages, Bear Zone UNCO, and on YouTube, Bear News 98.
Make sure to like us and to join us every week for Bear Zone. All sports, all the time for UNC Athletics. Good night.